Postage stamps, half moons, little ears, belly buttons. What is exactly going on? Or put another way, what other country serves up its national cuisine in the form of little toys? What does that tell us, that Italians seem always to have been playing with their food? And I'll just leave it there.
A measure of oats, two of water, boil till firm and enjoy.
I am no spring chicken. In the 1930s, my brother and I stole to eat milk off the doorstep and soft bread rolls. Today, it is a litany of hunger for understanding who and what I am and what makes me so. At the time, unemployment and poverty worldwide. It should never be repeated. Should we have a little break and partake of a little haggis?
About neighborhoods, particularly in American cities, where you can't buy good food. And it's usually low-income inner-city neighborhoods. And this was an American conference, and it talked about food deserts throughout the United States and efforts that have been made to bring like green grocers and actual grocery stores that sold fresh vegetables into the neighborhoods. What do you think is the biggest food desert in Vancouver?
Cole Harbour.
Close. It's just down here. It's the west side, around UBC
Point
and
Grey.
Point Grey, where you have all these wealthy single-family homes inhabitants, and they don't have stores because they all drive to them, right? But that's actually Vancouver's food desert.
One of the previous prompts we did under the theme of sustain and nourish was vinegar will dissolve pearls. Not melting, but corroding, no sustenance, but acid thrown on luster's face, hatred, tears on fire, spit scouring off the soft and gentle youth of hope, its layers delicate as onion skins, crackling, shock, dissolving, back, etching down to that small child of the mother, to the hard grain of sand at the center, ancient, hard grit that slowly, softly pulls its thin covers over and around itself, again, making visible the pain, the unsmooth, new glazed beauty, pain of survival.
97% of American homes stock ketchup, and each American person eats 3 bottles a year. My dad used to cook fresh salmon in ketchup, until I chastised him for taking away the taste of something people paid so much money for, to make it taste artificial, in the most unsophisticated sauce. After that, we were able to eat it plain. I wish I'd grown up in a household where knowing how to clean a fish was as innate as opening a door. But the one I grew up in was the opposite. My parents never taught me how to do any household chores. They had been expected to figure all their life skills out by themselves, and they expected me to do so, too.
The best example I ever saw about food not going to waste was one time down on Hastings at Waves Cafe. You know the one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Having a long espresso with a friend. A couple of folks were just leaving after having a nice dinner, and the one gentleman left a pile of food on his plate. I guess he was full. Well, I'm enjoying my espresso, and I noticed this little dude with a beard who was kind of blended into the woodwork. As soon as the folks got up and left, he ambled on over and picked up the fork where the gentleman had placed it to one side and began to chow down. After we got talking to the waitress about this action of not letting food go to waste, she said, yeah, the boss doesn't like to see it happening. Didn't bother me, didn't bother my friend, and it was the best example of seeing food not going to waste. I wonder how often that happens.
So today I'm going to bring you on a little adventure of the UBC Farm. I want to introduce you to this place that's very special to my heart, and I'm hoping that it's going to seduce you as well. I love, if you look at it, you're going to notice that this is not your typical rectangular garden.